Hi there, Richard at Yesterday's Machinery, back again with another video, and this will be the part 3 of the old Bayer 1913 Crude engine. And we have made new piston rings for it in the last episode because the compression was really bad and we couldn't get it running in the first one, so I promise you this part will be a good one, I promise. And also, please subscribe to my channel because there is some very interesting videos coming up now, like this for example. I made this a magnetizing device for old electromagnets, or ignition magnets really, like this 100-year-old Bosch needs to be remagnetized every 50 years or so. So that's gonna be interesting, I think. And also, I did find me one of those 3 horsepower international stationary engine. Hasn't been run since the 1960s, he said. Found it in a barn like 1 kilometer away from here. So it's gonna be a really nice engine to get running, I think. So please subscribe. Now let's proceed with the video about the Bayer engine. So there wasn't really anything wrong with the old piece of wood I'm about to remove and replace here, but it is quite important for the engine to run as it should, so I did replace it anyway, because that's the one sliding up and down and making a little jump every time the engine is revving too high, and jumps so high that it misses the injection plunger, so that the engine revs down again. I think this old piece of pine will be absolutely perfect. So here is the lubricator from the engine. I did remove the paint from it because it was painted in a very nasty green color, as you can see here. And when I did, I noticed that they had used the AB weld to fix this huge crack up here. And I did grind this out a little bit, so I'm gonna brace this today. And I drilled a little hole here, should always do that when welding cast iron, in the end of the crack. So yeah, I'm gonna brace this. I'm probably gonna leave this as it is later, because I think a good brass repair looks quite nice. So let's go with this. Reheating the piece a little bit for welding. So I think this will be alright. I'm gonna lay this down in a bucket of sand, let it cool down nice and evenly. Then I'm gonna grind the excess off of this, and we will see how it looks, if there is any defects in the weld, and we're gonna put in some more. But I think this will turn out just fine. I'm very happy with the result here. And I can recommend using brass rods to weld cast iron. And I also like having the flux in a separate jar, because if it is a very dirty cast iron, I like to put on very much flux, so that cleans off the metal, it seems, because there is rods with flux applied to the rod itself. Works, but I don't really like it. I like this method much better. So yeah, it's gonna be great. So, end result, I'm very happy about this, how it turned out. There are some very small impurities in the bracing here, but I ain't gonna do anything about that because it's all sealed up. I have oil in it and it works, so I think this is a success. Alright, so now it is time to make a second test start of this engine. And I think the odds are way higher this time because we have new piston rings and therefore some compression. So I'm very hopeful that the engine is going to start. And I ain't gonna show you the pre-lube of the engine because I think you have seen that before in part 1 of this series. And also I'm gonna spare you those 15 minutes listening to the blowtorch. So I got the engine outside again. We're gonna see if we can connect the engine to this old piece of machinery here. Okay, so the engine all rigged up. Hoping that it's gonna start a bit easier now. A barrel filled with water. That will take me for like an hour anyway. Should be a cooling tower. I have cooling towers inside of there, but it's gonna rain tomorrow, so I have to put this in back again. So I just took that barrel. This is an interesting machine, made in the 1930s, maybe 40s. A roof shingle machine to make shingles to put on your roof. Very common back in the days. So what this is really is a engine-powered knife. So you have a pulley, some sprockets, and this is like a big crankshaft. So this shaft here moves back and forth in here and powers this huge knife here that has to be really sharp, and this is sharp now. So all of this is moving back and forth. We put your log here. I'm gonna use spruce today. You can also use aspen or pine, but I'm gonna use spruce. I'm gonna remove the bark as well. So you're holding this here. Very dangerous. You can cut your fingers off in like 1 second. It takes 5mm slices every time, so the shingles is about 5mm thick. That is a good size. So yeah, let's try to start the engine and hopefully not cut my fingers off. So here you can see how they turned out. Even thickness, around 5 millimeters, maybe 6. Surface looks absolutely fantastic. This would make a good roof. Getting late. I don't really want to, but it has been running for like 2 hours now, so I'm just gonna shut it off. Well, I think the engine runs absolutely perfect now. I'm really happy with this. So yeah. Alright, so that has to be it for this time. I think the engine runs as smooth as a Crude engine from 1913 can do. It is a bit smoky, but it is a total loss oil system, and a 1913 Crude engine does smoke a little. So I'm very happy with how the engine turned out. There are still some fine adjustments to be made for the engine, so there will be another video coming up later on here. And please subscribe to my channel, that helps me out a lot, and like this video if you find it interesting. And please leave a comment down below. And yeah, there will be a lot of good videos coming up now, I promise. So, thanks for watching, I see you next time, and have a great day.